Okay, so now we will start the drugs for parasympathetic system. So already we have discussed the basic introductory part कि ENS है क्या और कैसे कौन से न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर्स कौन से रिसेप्टर काम करते हैं. Now parasympathetic system. In parasympathetic system, I told you which is the neurotransmitter for parasympathetic system. The neurotransmitter for parasympathetic is acetylcholine. Which is the receptor in parasympathetic system? Receptor in parasympathetic system is muscarinic receptor and nicotinic receptor. Muscarinic and nicotinic receptor. So first we will discuss ki how this acetylcholine synthesized and how the basically effect comes. So in acetylcholine, remember acetylcholine, it is synthesized from the choline. So choline entry in the neurons. So there is entry of choline in the neurons. So this is the entry of choline in the neurons. This choline will be combined with acetyl coenzyme A. Acetyl coenzyme A. So choline in neurons, it will combine with acetyl coenzyme A, will form the or will synthesize the acetylcholine. So किसका synthesis हो गया? Acetylcholine synthesis. This acetylcholine will enter into the vesicles. So it will get stored in the vesicles. So acetylcholine entry will be there in the vesicles. It will get stored in the vesicles. Vesicle में store हो गया. Now it will get released. It will get released. Acetylcholine get released. तो कहाँ पे आ गया? Synapse में. Right. So now we have this postsynaptic area, and this is synapse, and this is presynaptic area, you can say. So in this we have the receptors. This area in the tissues level we have the receptors. So these are the receptors. We have the muscarinic receptor and we have the nicotinic, because acetylcholine acting on the muscarinic or nicotinic mainly. So muscarinic receptor is there, nicotinic receptor is there. So acetylcholine synthesized from choline plus acetyl coenzyme A, it gets stored in the vesicles, then released, and then will act on the muscarinic and nicotinic receptor. But in between this acetylcholine may get metabolized. इसका metabolism भी हो सकता है. So it is metabolized, and which is the enzyme? Acetylcholine esterase enzyme. Acetylcholine esterase enzyme is there, and it will cause the breakdown of acetylcholine. So acetylcholine breakdown, again the choline gets free. So acetylcholine, again the choline free, and this choline again reused. So this is the process. Now see, in this also we have some drugs which can act on this pathway. अगर हम बात करें choline की, first this one, the drugs can inhibit the entry of choline. The first is the drug which is inhibiting the entry of choline, inhibit the entry of choline. So the drug which inhibit the entry of choline, the name of the drug is hemicolinium. The name of the drug is hemicolinium. So just see the name, you will have idea कि इसका नाम क्यों रखा गया. Hemi means half, colin means colin, in, half colin in, आधा ही colin enter कर रहा है. So it decrease the entry of colin. So basically it will decrease the acetylcholine synthesis. It will decrease or inhibit the acetylcholine synthesis. The question will be कि which drug can inhibit the acetylcholine synthesis? Hemicolinium. Second, it is the rate limiting step. So the drug which is acting on the rate limiting step, or the drug which is acting on the slowest step. So it is the rate limiting step, or slowest step, or first step. First step. So the drug which is acting on the rate limiting or slowest or rate limiting step is hemicolinium. The second is this one, the drug which can inhibit the storage of acetylcholine. So the second is inhibiting the storage of acetylcholine, and the drug which is inhibiting the storage of acetylcholine is vesamicol. Vesamicol. So you can see by name again, vesamicol means inhibiting the vesicle formation. This is vesicle. So acetylcholine stored in the vesicle, inhibiting the vesicle formation or inhibiting the storage. The name of the drug is Vesamicol. The third is the drug which is inhibiting the release of acetylcholine. So the third is inhibiting the release of acetylcholine. Release of acetylcholine. So the drug which is inhibiting the release of acetylcholine, this is botulinum. This is botulinum toxin. Botox सुना होगा आपने. So this Botox is basically acting via inhibiting the acetylcholine release from the this stored. So this is Botox or onabotulinum toxin, right? So Botox or onabotulinum toxin. The fourth is causing the massive release and depletion. Massive release and depletion. It means जितना भी store है, the complete store will be empty and then acetylcholine is not there. So initially what will be there? Acetylcholine is empty, or you can say massively released, excessively released. So acetylcholine action will be increased, and then depletion because now acetylcholine is not there. So now no acetylcholine action एकदम से होंगे, उसके बाद बंद. So that is massive release, and this is with the again toxin black widow spider toxin. Black widow spider toxin. So this is also a toxin. So black widow spider. So in this spider bite, this possibility is there, massive release of acetylcholine and then depletion. So चार हो गए. पहला inhibiting the entry of choline, inhibiting the synthesis. Second, inhibiting the storage of acetylcholine. Third, inhibiting the release of acetylcholine. And fourth is causing massive release and depletion. So massive release is basically important by the black widow spider toxin. So ये fourth हो गए. Then comes to next, again come to this pathway. So this is the first one, then second and third, and then there could be the massive release. So in massive release, I told you the massively released same pathway. And then the drug can act on this acetylcholine esterase enzyme. So this acetylcholine esterase enzyme can be inhibited. Acetylcholine esterase enzyme can be inhibited. So the drug which is inhibiting the acetylcholine esterase enzyme, the drug which is inhibiting the acetylcholine esterase enzyme, or you can say cholinesterase inhibitor. Cholinesterase inhibitors. So inhibiting the cholinesterase enzyme, and it is also called as anticholinesterases. So don't be confused between anticholinergic and anticholinesterase. होता क्या है कि anticholinergic लिखा होता है, anticholinesterase लिखा होता है, you get confused. So it is anticholinesterases. Both are different. Both are even opposite. Anticholinergic system and anticholinesterase both are different. I will explain. And then the drugs are acting on this one at these receptors. So then the sixth one, the drug acting on the receptors. Drugs acting on receptors. So acting on receptors. So the drugs acting on the receptors. Now the drug acting on the receptor means the drug acting on the muscarinic receptor and nicotinic receptor. They could be muscarinic agonist or nicotinic agonist, or they could be muscarinic antagonist or nicotinic antagonist. Now see, ध्यान से सुनिएगा. If we say parasympathomimetics or cholinomimetic or cholinergic, and the second we say parasympatholytic or cholinolytic or anticholinergic, तो क्या डिफरेंस आएगा देखिए. When the acetylcholine action is more, when the parasympathetic effect is more, that is parasympathomimetic, means parasympathetic का इफेक्ट कर रहा है, parasympathetic जैसा इफेक्ट हो रहा है, means acetylcholine का इफेक्ट बढ़ रहा है, आप बोल सकते हैं. Parasympatholytic और anticholinergic means acetylcholine का इफेक्ट कम कर रहे हैं. So out of these you will see, first if you will see the first one, this one you can see hemicolinium. It is decreasing the acetylcholine, so it will have the parasympatholytic effect. Vesamicol inhibiting the store, so it can get immediately metabolized. अगर store नहीं होगा तो metabolism हो जाएगा, तो again it decrease the acetylcholine effect, so parasympatholytic. But क्या ये receptor पे खुद जाके act कर रहे हैं? Are they binding to receptor by their own? No. So that's why it is not the direct effect, it is the indirect effect. So you can say hemicolinium indirectly acting. We will discuss the name of these drugs again, but just to basically explain कि क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है, क्यों इनको indirectly acting बोल रहे हैं, because they are not binding to the receptors directly. They simply decrease the acetylcholine, so they can decrease the acetylcholine action. So this is indirect action. अगर मस्करिनिक रिसेप्टर को ब्लॉक करें, निकोटिनिक को ब्लॉक करें, तो फिर आप बोल सकते हो कि डायरेक्ट एक्शन है. So this is indirectly acting drugs. Hemicolinium parasympatholytic, Vesamicol parasympatholytic. Then inhibiting the release of acetylcholine, again parasympatholytic because parasympathetic का effect कम कर रहे हैं. Botox botulinum toxin. Then black widow spider toxin, it is not parasympatholytic. Massive release means parasympathetic, parasympathomimetic. Then anticholinestrases. Anticholinestrases means inhibiting the acetylcholine metabolism. It means acetylcholine effect will be more, so it is parasympathomimetics. And then acting on the receptors, muscarinic agonist, muscarinic nicotinic agonist, muscarinic blocker, nicotinic blocker. So agonist means parasympathomimetic and blocker means parasympatholytics. But these are directly acting. These are acting on the receptor, so these are directly acting drugs because these are acting on the receptor, so directly acting on the receptors. Rest of the drugs are indirectly acting, but effect तो parasympathetic system पे कर ही रही है, effect तो acetylcholine पे कर ही रही है. So now we can divide these drugs. So now the things will be very simple. At least you understood कि acetylcholine कैसे बनता है, कैसे काम करता है, कौन से receptors हैं. So now guys, the drugs acting on parasympathetic system. So if you will see the drugs acting on parasympathetic system, you can divide the drugs into two parts. What is that? So one is parasympathomimetics, and which is also called as cholinergics. Ideally, not all cholinergics are acting on parasympathetic system because I told you acetylcholine तो बाकी जगह भी काम कर रहा है, but चल जाता है, theoretically हम मान के चल रहे हैं सेम ही है. Parasympatholytics means anticholinergics. So दो हो गया, cholinergics and anticholinergics, or parasympathomimetics and parasympatholytic. Again you can divide into two parts, directly acting and indirectly acting. Direct and indirectly acting. Same in the anticholinergic, directly acting and indirectly acting. So we will discuss these four groups now. The first one, directly acting parasympathomimetic, indirectly acting parasympathomimetic, then directly acting parasympatholytics and indirectly acting parasympathomimetics. So let's start with the parasympathomimetics first. So in parasympathomimetics or cholinergics, as I told you, we have the two categories. One is directly acting. It means these are acting on receptors. These are binds to receptors. Directly receptor पे bind कर रहा है और उसके action करवाएंगे. And causes action. तो receptor पे bind किया और action हो गया, directly acting है. Indirectly acting means what? Indirectly acting means they increase the acetylcholine action. So कैसे? They are inhibiting the cholinesterase enzyme. So these are cholinesterase inhibitors. cholinesterase inhibitors. So these are also called as anticholinesterases. These are also called as anticholinesterases. So anticholinesterases means they inhibit the cholinesterase enzyme. So what will happen अगर मेटाबॉलिज्म को इनहिबिट कर दिया आपने एसिटाइलकोलिन का, so acetylcholine action will be more because now acetylcholine is not metabolized. Acetylcholine will have more effect, right? ज़्यादा देर के लिए effect आएगा. So that is indirect effect. So direct and indirect. So let's discuss the directly acting drug. But because directly acting drugs किस पे एक्ट कर रहे हैं? रिसेप्टर पे. Indirectly acting drug खुद जाके रिसेप्टर से नहीं जुड़ रहे हैं. They are not binding to the receptor. Indirectly acting simply increase the acetylcholine action. And acetylcholine कहाँ एक्ट करेगा? Acetylcholine will act on the muscarinic and nicotinic receptor. Acetylcholine will act on the muscarinic and nicotinic. यहाँ तो रिसेप्टर पे खुद ही बाइंड कर रही है, तो इधर ऑन द मस्करिनिक और निकोटिनिक. तो या तो खुद रिसेप्टर पे जुड़े या एसिटाइलकोलिन को बढ़ा दे और वो रिसेप्टर पे जुड़े. सो दैट इज डायरेक्ट मीन्स द directly binding to the receptor. Indirect means simply increase the acetylcholine activity. So acetylcholine will have the effect, or acetylcholine will bind with the receptors. So in this story we should know that what are the actions of the receptors. If you know the actions of the receptor, you can easily tell, right? So in this, remember, muscarinic and nicotinic receptor को stimulate कर रहा है, that's why parasympathomimetic. Same in this, muscarinic and nicotinic receptor will be stimulated. So we should know what are the actions of muscarinic and nicotinic receptor. If we know the actions of muscarinic and nicotinic, you can easily tell all the actions. And if you know the actions, you can tell the use and side effects. कि कहाँ जरूरत है वो तो यूज हो गया, जो जरूरत नहीं है वो अननेसेसरी इफेक्ट आ रहा है, so that will be the side effect, right? Side effect simply means at the therapeutic level, जहाँ पे यूज कर रहे हैं उसी लेवल पे you have the unnecessary effect, that is side effects. और उसके ऊपर हो गया लेवल तो टॉक्सिक. So side effect means therapeutic level, toxicity means above the therapeutic level, toxic level. So first, directly acting drugs, but before that we should know the receptors action. So receptors actions. In receptors action, as I told you, we have the muscarinic receptor and we have the nicotinic receptor. If you remember the general pharmaca, I told you muscarinic receptor means these are acting on via GPCR, G protein coupled receptor, GPCR type. So these are GPCR type. Nicotinic receptor, these are inotropic receptor. These are inotropic receptor, or you can say the ligand gated ion channels, or GPCR type, G protein coupled receptor type. So now let's start with the muscarinic receptor. Muscarinic receptor, it is 5 type: M1, M2, M3, M4 and M5. Where they are located and what are their actions? M1 receptor is important. It is located in the stomach. And what is the role of this receptor in the stomach, or gastric gland you can say? So it is basically for HCl secretion, or you can say the acid secretion. तो जो stomach में जो acid बन रहा है, that is because of the M1 receptor. Second, M2 receptor, that is present in the heart. तो सबसे पहले तो खाना है फिर दिल लगाना है. Stomach first, then heart. Confuse नहीं होना. So in heart, M2 receptor. And what is the role? I told you, parasympathetic is having inhibitory effect on the heart. So heart पे inhibitory effect. So inhibition. M3 सबसे important है. The most common type is M3 receptor. So in M3 receptor, it is the most common and it is the most important, I would say. So जो भी आपकी smooth muscles हैं, secretory glands हैं. So secretory glands. In secretory glands, what is the role? It causes the secretions. Parasympathetic का काम ही है secretions करवाना. So salivary secretions, intestinal secretions, lacrimation, जो भी secretions हो रहे हैं, this is because of this secretory glands. Sweat glands, that is also the part of secretory glands. वो भी एक type का secretion ही है, वो भी increase होगा तो sweating. तो अगर पैरासिम्पैथेटिक एक्टिविटी बढ़ेगा तो एक्सेसिव स्वेटिंग होगा। देन स्मूथ मसल्स, in the smooth muscles. So what is the effect in the smooth muscles? In the smooth muscles, there will be smooth muscle contractions. So contractions of the smooth muscles. So इससे simple हो गया, in the airways constriction, bronchoconstriction, in the intestine constriction. So there will be spasm in the intestine. Intestine contract होगा, intestinal contractility. So bronchospasm, intestinal spasm, bladder spasm. ये सारे spasm हो रहे हैं, contract हो रहे हैं. So contractility will be there. राइट नाउ अगर सपोज करो किसी को पेट दर्द हो रहा है, स्पाज्म हो रहा है, तो यू कैन रिलैक्स बाय एंटीकोलिनर्जिक। तो यहीं से तो पता चलेगा, कोलिनर्जिक मीन्स स्पाज्म, एंटीकोलिनर्जिक मीन्स रिलैक्सिंग द स्पाज्म, कोलिनर्जिक मीन्स सिक्रीशन, एंटीकोलिनर्जिक मीन्स डिक्रीज सिक्रीशंस। M4 and M5 is not very important. They are present in the some areas like brain and all, but they are not very important. Now remember, all these receptors M1, M2, M3, M4, M5 all are present in the brain. So in the brain all are present in the brain. तो ब्रेन के एक्शन सबसे हैं M1 से लेके M5 तक. But which is the main receptor? But main is M1. तो सारे हैं लेकिन M1 मेन है ब्रेन में, बाकी हैं सारे. तो ब्रेन में क्या इफेक्ट है? What is the effect in the brain? In brain the effect is memory and cognition. Memory and cognition. तो मेमोरी, याददाश्त एंड कॉग्निशन, समझने की क्षमता, तार्किक क्षमता. सो मेमोरी एंड कॉग्निशन, राइट, सोचने समझना. सो दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट बाय द एसिटाइलकोलिन. आई टोल्ड यू ब्रेन में भी एसिटाइलकोलिन है. आई टोल्ड यू कोलिनर्जिक न्यूरॉन्स आर देयर इन द ब्रेन, सो यू कैन सी. बट रिसेप्टर तो मस्करनिक ही रहेगा. सो कोलिनर्जिक न्यूरॉन्स आर देयर एंड द रिसेप्टर इज मस्करनिक रिसेप्टर. सो इफ यू नो दीज एक्शंस, नव अगर मैं आपसे बोलूँ कि मस्करनिक एगोनिस्ट, सो यू कैन सिंपली से कि ये सारे एक्शंस बढ़ जाएंगे. मस्करनिक ब्लॉकर, ये सारे एक्शन कम हो जाएंगे. तो दिस इज वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट. यू शुड नो कि मस्करनिक का क्या काम है. देन कम्स टू निकोटिनिक रिसेप्टर्स. निकोटिनिक रिसेप्टर, दिस वन. सो इन निकोटिनिक रिसेप्टर्स, रिमेंबर गाइज, in nicotinic receptor we have the two type. Nicotinic receptor we have the two type, NM receptor and N receptor. NM receptor that is present, नाम से पता चल रहा है, NM neuromuscular junction, that is present in the neuromuscular junction. तो काम क्या हो गया? स्केलेटल मसल हो गया. तो स्केलेटल मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्शंस. तो स्केलेटल मसल्स जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कर रही हैं, दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ द NM रिसेप्टर. न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर एसिटाइलकोलिन. तो कौन सा सिस्टम आ गया ना, सोमैटिक नर्वस सिस्टम. सो दिस इज सोमैटिक नर्वस सिस्टम. देखिए सारे सिस्टम आ रहे हैं. ब्रेन में भी था सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टम, स्केलेटल मसल में है सोमैटिक नर्वस सिस्टम, बाकी जगह आप पढ़ रहे हैं NS में तो पढ़ ही रहे हैं. N रिसेप्टर दैट इज प्रेजेंट इन द गैंग्लियाज. दैट द गैंग्लियाज वी हैव द N रिसेप्टर. And what is this? In ganglias there is ganglionic neurotransmission. So transmission in the ganglia, neurotransmission in the ganglia is because of the, so ganglionic transmission because of the acetylcholine. अब चाहिए sympathetic हो चाहे parasympathetic हो, whether it is sympathetic or parasympathetic, the transmission will be through the acetylcholine. So it is important. So remember, NM means muscular and N means nicotinic, neuronal means ganglia. तो इफ़ यू नो दीज एक्शंस, नाउ आप इजीली बता सकते हैं कि पैरासिम्पैथेटिक का इफेक्ट क्या आएगा, पैरासिम्पैथेटिक को ब्लॉक करेंगे तो क्या इफेक्ट आएगा. सो बेसिकली ANS समझने का, अगर आपको ये समझ में आ गया तो चीज़ें बड़ी आसान होंगी. नाउ वी विल डिस्कस द फर्स्ट ड्रग डायरेक्टली एक्टिंग पैरासिम्पैथोमिमेटिक्स.